Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita. Welcome. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for the support, okay? I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are tuning in, that are liking, commenting, and finding some value in my content. So just want to say a little extra thank you in this video. Okay, today's video is going to be a little different. This is highly requested. People have been asking me to shoot a wash day video, so that is what you are getting from me today, okay? Y'all caught me right after work, fresh off work, which is why the makeup is super minimal, so y'all just getting what y'all get today, all right? We're about to go through how I braid and band and how I shampoo, okay? Now, some of this video will be talk over because if I literally taped the whole process, we would be here for a little bit too long, okay? And I don't want the video to be too long. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, then just keep watching. Okay, you guys, so of course the first thing I'm going to do is take my style down and shake my hair out. Then once I do that, I go right in with my massager. Now, if you do not massage your scalp and you are tender-headed, I really highly recommend you getting one of these. Links to everything that I'm using will be below in the description box, but this is very inexpensive. This is a way to loosen all of the debris on your scalp so that when you get in there and wash it, it's just rinsing right out, okay? It's not stuck onto the scalp, so when you're washing with your fingers, you don't have to go in aggressively. This is going to loosen it up. Now, the next part is braiding and banding. That is a term that is used, but technically I braid and clip. So I definitely try to make the braids around the edges and my nape a lot smaller because those are the only areas where I have the shorter pieces of hair or shorter locks. So I just want to make sure that I am able to include those without them coming out of, you know, the bigger braid. So anything that is right around the front of my head and my neck, those are going to be the smallest. Now, there really isn't much rhyme or reason behind how I section it off. Just in the middle, it's larger. Up front and in the back, like I said, it's smaller. I will many times clip 2 or 3 sections in one clip if they're small enough to do that, but the thicker ones usually are going to be one clip. Okay, and I don't braid all the way down to the very ends just because it can be a little cumbersome to take them out after they've been washed. I braid it down to about maybe an inch left out, and I just clip the ends. Sometimes I'll have to wrap it around if it's a thinner braid, but this method is just, it works for me. I actually band with rubber bands the very first time I washed my hair and never again after that. I felt like my ends were getting tangled. I just don't see you not causing some damage to the ends, when you have the newer locks. So clipping keeps everything perfectly secure, just like rubber bands, but it is so much easier to take out. I feel like it took forever for me to take down my braids with the rubber bands. So clips is what I've always used pretty much, and that is what works for me. It saves time and it is just a lot easier on my ends.
Yeah, but when I saw you tonight, ooh girl, you know just what you're doing. I'll go 1,000 miles to show you that I'm right for your love. Hey, keep breaking necks when you passing them by. Make sure they know that you take.
Okay, so once I have the first half of my head braided, it's the same thing for the second half. Nothing different, nothing new. So I just repeat the exact same thing on the other half of my head. And then once that is done, it is time to get in and shampoo. Okay, you guys forgive me because my intent was to actually wash my face, wash my makeup off before I got in. So just excuse the raccoon eyes. I am sorry about that, but I didn't realize until after I was in the shower. So I'm gonna be looking crazy for this section of the video, but y'all will be all right. Okay, once I give my hair a really good thorough rinse, initially I go right in with my Bronner's Castile, Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. Okay, I use this typically for that very first wash just because it is something I feel like really breaks through any oils in my hair, on my scalp, and it is just a really good first clean before I go in with the Sisterlocks shampoo. So I just use as much as necessary to get an adequate lather. I do not dilute either one of these shampoos, just because I'm washing my hair once a month, okay? I need for this oil on my scalp and in these locks to be cleansed. It's almost like I really, really need a clarifying wash when I do decide to wash, because I don't wash that often, okay? We gotta get these locks clean and we don't want a lot of buildup. So after I've completed the first wash, I go in for a second wash with the Sisterlocks shampoo. I do not dilute this. Initially I did, but I don't anymore because I found out that they had changed the formulation of the Sisterlocks shampoo to where it is not as concentrated as it was years ago. Okay, I watched old videos of how people do their wash days, and back then it was very concentrated. Now it is not. For a while I thought that the Sisterlocks shampoo just wasn't strong enough to get my hair clean, which is why I started to implement the Bronner's. But I find that if I only use the Sisterlocks shampoo undiluted, it cleans my hair perfectly fine. Okay, so after that I just rinse it out, and then I go in one more time for a third wash with the Sisterlocks shampoo. Now this shampoo is the starter shampoo. Okay, and this is supposed to leave those cuticles raised, which will aid in the locking process. You know, this is very important. You want those cuticles lifted so that they are attaching to one another. It's going to help speed up the locking process, which is important to me because it's going to take my hair a while to lock. It is definitely locking from the middle to the top, but the ends there, I mean, I started out with 17 inches of hair. Okay, so it's just going to take a while for the ends of my hair to lock. All right, and also at this point you want to put on your music. Alexa, play Lord Have Mercy by Chloe Bailey.
Almost a week ago, what took place the night he disappeared?
Once I'm out of the shower, I take my time with undoing the braid. All right, now after I've taken down the section, I go through to check for married locks. If it's one little piece that I can, you know, pull apart, one strand, that's fine. But if there are multiple strands, I usually use a pair of scissors to cut through it.
I didn't care for the hype, yeah. But when I saw you tonight, ooh, girl, you know just what.
It is very important that you not start taking them out and just kind of pull the braid apart. That can contribute to bunching, so I just take my time during this part, and I haven't had any issues with bunching, you know, or tangling, severe tangling when I'm trying to do this part, because I take my time. This I feel like is the most lengthiest part of the washing process, but it's worth it just taking your time throughout this portion. It's very important that you try to do this part because your stylist is not going to be as gentle as you would be throughout, you know, trying to mirror these locks. So that is an important step after washing, because you will definitely have locks that want to marry by a strand or two, definitely after shampooing. This is also a step where I will add a little oil to my scalp. This is going to replace any of those oils that were stripped, especially with the strong shampoos that I typically use for my locks. I just want to replenish a little bit of that oil. I don't go ham with the oil. I absolutely love the Hollywood Hair Bar oil, and that is just a really lightweight oil with absolutely wonderful ingredients that I have just, you know, kind of enjoyed using on my locks lately. So that is what we're rocking with today. I'm singing that Adele, honey. Y'all gotta forgive me, but that new song, oh my God, I cannot wait for this new album.
When you give me a taste, let me take it over, drive it like a chauffeur. I will let you make up your mind, but I can't wait. When you coming over, let me be a chauffeur. Baby, I will keep on calling you love till you do the same. Let me take it over, drive it like a chauffeur, like a chauffeur.
All right, so if I can see any patches of buildup, what I do, since it's soft, after the wash, I try to use my fingernail to just kind of get in there and try to loosen and remove any buildup that I see within a lock. And then I'll proceed taking out the rest of the braids until we are finished.
Independent of the way, got her bread right, yeah. Hard to ignore. Sexy body make a jaw hit the floor. Won't you come over now? Just let me hold you down. Nothing else matching your type. Nothing else matching your type. Yeah. Oh, I feel the magic in the air.
Okay, and pretty much from beginning to end, I would say it takes me around about 1 hour to braid and band, shampoo, and take out the locks. All right, you guys, so that is it. We have done a wash day. Tomorrow I have my retightening at 9 a.m. and she lives on the other side of town, so I am about to get some Z's. And I hope that you enjoyed the video, that you found some value in the content, and that maybe you learned a little something. I don't know. You let me know in the comments below. All right, so please don't forget to join the family by subscribing and give the video a big thumbs up, as it does help my channel to grow. And I will catch you on the next one.